James had no idea what he was getting into when he began a relationship with a narcissist. She destroyed his passion for basketball and ripped the trust for his teammates apart. Watch to the end to find out how James' girlfriend Kailey tore his life to shreds without even a second thought for anyone but herself. Let's begin.
Hey guys, I'm James, 19 years old. How is everyone doing? A little while ago, I found myself trapped in a toxic relationship with a narcissist. Her self-centered and manipulative behavior led to the betrayal that shattered my world, and I hope my story can serve as a cautionary tale for others. I met Kailey during our freshman year in college. She was charismatic, beautiful, and seemed to have it all together. Plus, she was banging hot, and she knew it. We quickly became inseparable, and I was totally infatuated by her. However, as time went on, subtle red flags started to surface. Kailey constantly craved attention and admiration from everyone around her, and her mood would change drastically if she didn't receive the validation she sought. In our relationship, everything seemed to revolve around Kailey's wants and needs. She would downplay my accomplishments and achievements while exaggerating her own. Any concerns or disagreements I had were dismissed, and I was made to feel like I was overreacting or being unreasonable. I found myself constantly walking on eggshells, afraid to upset her delicate ego.
It's always the pretty ones that'll get you. You said the red flags were subtle, but I think you intentionally overlooked some pretty big ones right at the start. You were thinking like any other 19-year-old James, with the organ between your legs. If you're constantly walking around on eggshells with someone, maybe it's a good idea to reevaluate your connection with them and start phasing them out.
During this time, my biggest focus was basketball, and any time I wasn't with Kailey or in class, I was playing ball. Kailey would always come and watch games and support the team, and she always hung out during practice. Kailey's love for watching me play basketball was undeniable. Every time I stepped onto the court, her eyes lit up with admiration. She thrived on the attention and stares she received from the rest of the basketball team, and it was evident that being associated with the star player fueled her ego. I mistook her enthusiasm for genuine support, believing she loved me for who I was, both on and off the court. Little did I know that her attraction to me was largely driven by the satisfaction she derived from being the center of attention among my teammates. In her eyes, my achievements on the court reflected back on her, feeding into her insatiable need for validation. It was a painful realization that her love was superficial, and her intentions were far from genuine.
Wow. Somehow Kailey made your passion and talent for basketball all about her. She didn't really go to games to support you. She just wanted to bask in your reflected glory. I wonder if she only wanted to go out with you because you were the star player of the team. She was probably looking at you as a status symbol or some kind of trophy.
Man, I should have known something was up with her.
Yes, you should have. You should have listened to your gut at the start of the relationship when you began listing off red flags.
At some point during the season, the guys on my team started acting standoffish towards me and acting weird when Kailey was around. During training on one of the days when Kailey was busy somewhere else, one of the guys, Devin, asked if he could talk to me in private. He told me that another one of our teammates, Jake, had started a group chat with some of the guys where they would share pictures of their conquests, the girls that they'd picked up at clubs and bars or on campus. He showed me the chat, and the pictures and videos were pretty explicit.
I don't like where this is going.
I don't personally condone sharing that kind of stuff, and that's probably why I wasn't included in the group chat. And I told Devin I didn't want to know what shit they were getting up to. Devin was like, "Man, you don't understand. Look." He scrolled up in the chat to where Jake had contributed, and what I saw knocked the wind right out of me. I thought I was going to be sick right there. The video I saw was of Jake receiving head from my girlfriend. Kailey was on her knees, on camera, screwing around behind my back with one of my teammates. The worst thing was all the messages under the video where the guys in chat were laughing about it and congratulating him and speculating what I'd do to him if I found out. One of them said I would kill him, and that's damn well what I was going to do.
Damn, man. Seriously? She was getting it on with his own teammate and even let him record it and share it with the other guys in the team? Devin's a good guy for telling you, but your other teammates... Damn. James, that's some heavy shit. I hope you whooped Jake's ass for pulling a stunt like that.
I totally blacked out from rage, and the next thing I knew, Devin and the other guys were pulling me off Jake. I'd run back into practice and beat the crap out of him on the basketball court. Devin pushed me outside to cool down. I didn't stick around, though. I had to find Kailey.
Again, Devin being a great guy. If you'd blacked out from rage, you might have killed that asshole if Devin didn't drag you away. We need more Devins in the world and less Jakes.
When I confronted Kailey, expecting her to show remorse and seek forgiveness, I was met with denial and deflection. She twisted the narrative, making it seem like I was the problem in the relationship, refusing to take responsibility for her actions. It became clear that she lacked empathy, and her primary concern was maintaining her self-image. I realized that I had been emotionally manipulated and gaslighted throughout our relationship. Kailey's selfishness had blinded her to the pain she caused others, and I was just one of her victims. She didn't give a crap. In her eyes, she was the victim. I asked her how long she'd been banging Jake, and she said it had been going on our whole relationship, and that he wasn't the only one on the team that she'd had sex with either.
Wait, what? Jake wasn't the only one on the team she was messing with? And this was going on the entire relationship? James, man, I'm sorry that happened to you, but you saw the warning signs from the start. If Kailey really is a narcissist, there's no way she would acknowledge that she was doing anything wrong. Narcissists will always play the victim and turn the blame back around on you, and portray themselves as justified in their actions.
I broke up with her then and there and went home and drank until I passed out. My self-esteem was shattered. It was the lowest I'd ever felt in my life. I felt humiliated that she could do that with my friends and that her and the guys kept it hidden for me. I'd hurt Jake pretty bad, and I got kicked off the basketball team. I heard Jake wanted to put me up for assault, but the rest of the team talked him out of it. They basically told him he deserved to get his ass kicked.
Yeah, well, Jake and the other guys clapping cheeks with Kailey got off lightly as far as I'm concerned.
Devin told me that Kailey is still coming to games. He said she's pretty much getting railed by half the team now. I said I don't want to listen to anything else about Kailey. I never want to see her or hear about her again. I distanced myself from everyone. The trust I had in my teammates was shattered, and I didn't know who I could turn to. The sport that once brought me joy now seemed tainted with the memories of my broken relationship and lost friendships. Not being able to play basketball felt like losing a part of my identity. Basketball had always been my escape, and without it, I struggled to cope with the emotional turmoil inside me. I'm considering transferring to another school. Haven't decided yet.
The worst thing is that the thing you loved doing most will be forever tainted with the memory of your girl getting passed around by the squad.
Anyway, Kailey is a narcissistic bitch. If you find yourself with someone like that, stand up for yourself and don't let anyone undermine your self-worth. It sucks that things turned out this way, but I'm going to get through it some way or another and move on with my life. Thanks for taking the time to listen to my story.
Thanks for sharing your story with us, James. It's good that you're trying to move on with your life, and I know you'll get through this. It's hard to bounce back from such a devastating breach in trust, especially since the guys on your team are meant to always have your back. The only one who showed any form of good character was Devin, and I hope you stay friends with him. People like that are few and far between, sadly. The best way to get back at your narcissist ex is to move on quickly with your life. Be successful and happy and show them that their actions had zero impact. It'll really drive Kailey insane if you start a new relationship with a prettier, higher quality girl. It will also have the added benefit of restoring your self-confidence and self-worth. But you need to make sure these qualities are coming from within you, and you're not relying on someone else to instill them in you. If you want to find another girl, James, I'll leave a link in the description below. It will take you to a resource that will drastically improve the quality of women you are able to bring into your life. Good luck with everything, James. And I hope it all works out for you and you come out of this stronger and wiser. Man, I still can't believe Kailey was sleeping with half of James's basketball team behind his back. That story was wild. What did you guys think? Have any of you had to deal with a narcissist in your life? Were they like Kailey or did they behave differently? I'm interested in how you knew you were dealing with a narcissist. Add your thoughts to the comments below. Before you go, I want to tell you about another video you should check out. It's about a guy who was betrayed in the worst way by his own little brother and had no choice but to ghost his entire family. It's a good story, so don't miss out on that one.